Section 1 Reflections. In the introduction, the author communicates the purpose of this book is to encourage readers to believe that the miracles of God are just as available to us today as they were to those in the Bible accounts. Do you believe this is true? Have you ever experienced a miracle? What is a miracle you need today? Could you pray with a believer and stand together in faith for that? Mike Martin shares two remarkable stories where God spoke to him audibly. Then he continues to share how the Lord's still, small voice continued to lead and guide him. How does God speak to you? Do you feel there are areas in your life where it is easier to hear from Him than in other areas? Why do you think that is so? Do you think God speaks to everyone? It was a surprise to Mike that God would choose him for ministry. In his season of life, in all his imperfections. Have you ever felt this way? Do you think a person is too young or too old or too lost or too uneducated to be called by God to do great things? What are the different ways God has called you to serve people throughout your life? The author states, the greatest time saver of all is prayer. Do you pray about everything, or do you just go to God for the big stuff? How has Mike Martin's testimony encouraged you concerning your prayer life? As you have read the first 3 chapters of this book, what parts have surprised you? Have you learned new things about God? Or have you grown in your relationship with God? Mike Martin had a very providential encounter with the barber. At just the right time, in just the right space, Mike sat down in the barber chair, and that conversation changed the entire trajectory of his life. Have you ever had a moment in time like this? An encounter or a conversation that shifted a season, or an outlook, or even an outcome in your life?